What up, though? Welcome back to Landon on Mars podcast, dopest podcast in the galaxy. And I am your host, Nestor the Spitter, aka Nestor on Mars, aka you could call me whatever you want to call me, but you can't call me broke and you can't call me lazy. I hope everybody out there is having a wonderful day. It is Saturday. I just finished my day back at work. And it feels pretty good. You know, me and the family, we went on a family vacation. This was one that I've never really been on a family vacation that I could remember. Maybe when I was younger, but just recently, yes, got back from Disney, and that was an experience in itself. And I want to make a video for that as well. I want to talk about my experience being out there. But on the other hand, I started a small business, and me starting a small business takes nothing away from what I do on a day-to-day basis. I've always been a person to help people out with their business. So now ultimately it's me helping myself out for my business. And it took me time to think of it and to really it took me some time to think about what I wanted to do. And it took me some time to just say, you know what, I'm gonna do it. Because I think a lot of times people want to start businesses, but they dibble and dabble in things that they have no knowledge in doing. And I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that person. I didn't want to be that person that had no knowledge in what I was doing. So for me, I think the most important thing was figuring out what I wanted to do. And then when I figured out what I wanted to do, it's like, okay, how do I connect the pieces to get this train rolling? And once the train started rolling, the train has been rolling. And I've been doing it for maybe about a month, 2 months. And of course, profits and things of that nature, I don't want to say I've touched it already, and I don't want to say that I'm at that particular point, because even at that, well, first of all, I started my own lawn business. And the reason why I went with that is because I'm a very hard worker, one. Two, I had my brother-in-law show me a lot of what it takes to run a lawn business and what it takes to actually be in the realm of having a lawn business. And for some people, it's like, oh, you're out, you're doing this, you're doing that. But in reality, it's a never-ending job. It's a never-ending cycle, because your grass is gonna grow. And the way I do it, the way I look at it is like, it's just like my haircut. I get my haircut every week, and that's because I want to look good. And I remember I used to work with this one guy. He told me that I had a green thumb. And ultimately, a green thumb is someone that likes to be in the garden, someone that likes to, plant stuff, someone that likes to, just be out there. And that's why when it made so much sense for myself to do it, because of the simple fact is that I have been doing it already. And the one question I asked myself is, why didn't I do this sooner? But I'm a firm believer in timing. And to me, I think it was a timing thing. And it was just the right timing for me to do this. I have a beautiful fiance that sticks by my side, that encourages me to go out there and encourages me to go get it done. And I didn't have that before. I had motivation, but my motivation was just a selfish motivation. It was just for me. But now I'm not doing it just for me. I'm doing it for my fiance, my future wife. I'm doing it for my fur babies. I always talk about them. I'm never going to leave them out the conversation because they play a big role. Happy birthday to Jigga. His birthday was on Thursday. So now I got a 13-year-old. And, ultimately it's positivity. Like, I'm not doing this because I lost my job or because I'm going to leave my job. I love my job. I love what I do. I'm doing what I do outside of my job. Why am I going to go help other people build and make something for themselves when I could get the customers myself, when I could get the money myself? I work to a specific time, and it's not because I'm lazy. It's because, it's my business. I have a clientele that I deal with. I have clientele that I respect and that also respect me back. This is not the end of the road. This is the beginning of a long journey. This is not just saying I'm gonna do this and then in 6 months from now I'm just gonna give up. I'm gonna have good days, I'm gonna have bad days. I'm gonna have good weeks, I'm gonna have bad weeks. I'm gonna have good months, I'm gonna have bad months. And ultimately, starting a business, that's what it comes down to. Whether it's a big business, whether it's a small business, but when it's a lucrative business, that's the goal. Doing paperwork, making sure that what you're bringing in is not more than what you're spending, and just making sure that everything is jotted down, making sure that your customers are taken care of. If I say I'm going to be there at a specific time, I'm going to be there at a specific time. And ultimately, my goal is to be successful. And I feel like I'm on a path to be successful. And if I'm on a path to be successful, anybody out there can be successful. Success is not defined by how many likes you get. Success is not defined by how many people applaud you. This is why I'm here. This is why I applaud everybody that comes on my platform, because I'm the person that's going to be the one that says, hey man, you're doing your thing, keep going with it. People are so quick to give up because they feel like people don't believe in them. I don't expect my family, I don't expect anybody to believe in me. I expect myself to believe in myself, because without my self-belief, what am I? I'm just a person on social media just waiting for everybody else to define my happiness. And if I'm here and I'm able to put this together, anybody out there can put this together. With rain comes sunshine. With sunshine comes rain. It's hand in hand. Once the rain is gone, the sun will come out. And you know what? I'm real blessed to be in this position that I'm in. And like I said, I'll never waste your time. I will never sit here and talk to you about my life, because I don't feel my life is that interesting for y'all. I want to be able to make moves. I want to be able to make the moves that you can see, and then you can be interested. I love what I do. I love what I do. And that's the thing about it. I think that separates me from everybody else, is the fact that I love what I do. I don't just do this because somebody else is doing it. When I started doing my podcast, I did it because I wanted to do it. Yes, it was a slow coming, but you know what? I'm doing it. And right now, me getting back from vacation is grind time. I'm going to get these guests on here. I'm going to give people their roses while they can. But until those episodes come, I'm going to continue to give myself the roses, because you know what? I have to continue to tell myself that I'm going to succeed, because ultimately that's what it is. We got to succeed. Without succeeding, what do we have? And like I said, I started doing lawns. And because I jumped into a business that I jumped into a business that I could do. Don't let anybody hold you back from what you want to do. Don't let anybody hold you back from where you want to be at. You got to do it for at least a year to see any type of progress. Maybe even 2. It's not going to happen overnight, fellas and ladies. We don't live in the era where you necessarily need a job. And you know what? I'm very blessed that I have both. I'm very blessed that the company I work for takes care of me, because I take care of my company. It all goes hand in hand. I can't expect to make more. I can't expect to get more if I'm not doing more and if I'm not specifically doing the job. So that's why I wake up every day ready to go. I have a wedding to plan for. I have a house to get with my fiance. I want to get her a car. I want to do things, but I cannot do these things if I'm just buffering. If I'm buffering, I can't do nothing. And if I'm at a standstill, I can't do nothing. So you know what? It took me some time. Yes, it took me some time. It took me a lot of time. But you know what? I'm not looking back. All I could do was look forward, and all I could do was look ahead and have that tunnel vision. It's like a horse, like a racing horse. You got to have those blockers on. If it's not in front of me, I'm not paying attention to this and I'm not paying attention to that, because me paying attention to that can throw me off my game. Me paying attention to this can throw me off my game. And you know what? I'm at the age where I can't let anything hold me back. I cannot let anything distract me from my goals. So yeah, I started a business. I started a small business, Patino's Lawn Service with a smile. When I go to your house, I'm gonna be there ready to make sure that you're satisfied with your lawn. When you come out, I want you to be like, this is why I hired this guy. I got one customer, he tells me I make his yard look like a golf course. And that's just, I don't know how I do it, but that's just me taking my time, and that's just me making sure that my customers are satisfied. And that's what it comes down to. You gotta hustle, you gotta grind, you gotta keep going. Because if you're not going and if you're not doing nothing, then don't expect something. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. And you know what? I'm not insane. So if I want the gold, if I want the shining things, I got to put the work in. Yes, I would love idealistically to be in a studio. Yes, I would love idealistically. I would love to be making music. But you know what? Music, I love music, and I will always love music. It's my outlet to life. But we live in the era where you have to do this and you have to do that to be popping. And at this particular point in time, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stay true to myself. I'm going to stay true to my roots. I'm going to stay true to who I am, because a lot of times nowadays people are not like that. And at this particular point, that's all I could be is me. That's all I could do is continue to go forward. If you started your own business, I salute you. If you're in the process of getting your own business together, I salute you. If you woke up this morning and you did something, I salute you. And the world might not see it, but I might see it. So when I ask you to come on my platform with your head up high, because you know what? I'm saluting you. And you know what? I hope I get that same salute back. But if I don't, it's okay, because I'm here to pat myself on the back. You dig? Thank you, everybody, for listening. Thank you, everybody, for coming to my community here on YouTube. I thank YouTube for giving me this platform, because without this, I wouldn't be able to do this. Without a platform like YouTube, I wouldn't be here to give you my point of view. You know, thank you for everybody who listened to my review for Black Widow. I got a lot of good feedback, and you know what? I'm going to take that feedback and I'm going to run with it. And I thank you. I really appreciate y'all. Hope y'all have a wonderful Saturday night going into your Sunday morning. And you know what? I will see y'all next week. Y'all be safe out there. This is Landon on Mars podcast, the dopest podcast in the galaxy. And I am your host, Nesto. Yalla.